Hello guys, welcome. We have another series review in the tournament I'm playing, AoE Leagues. If you didn't catch the first one, spoilers, but I went 2-0, 2-0. This is play all twos in the group stage. You play 5 sets, and you can see somewhat of the group standings on screen now because Hardy's amazing. Thank you, Hardy. Basically, I think this series is already on Liquipedia. There's some results that might fly up there, so basically, sorry if it looks a little scuffed. Basically, I'm going to go through. We're going to cast these games. The first 2 sets, I was up against Matza, who's like maybe 21, 2200. Kind of known for crazy things. That one wasn't the toughest. Got a bit tougher than against Ween Dinchester, who's a bit more well-rounded, I'd say. He's around 22, 2300. We got the job done. The competition kind of gets a little bit harder from here. But before I dive into it, I do just want to say, please like the video. Please leave a comment if you're enjoying these reviews. I'm committing to this for a while. It's like, if I play a tournament, I'm also going to cast it, also going to do a review. If the viewership sucks and the feedback is garbage, there's just not a lot of people that like it, or it's just not doing well, I may eventually stop doing this, so it does help a lot. And I appreciate your comments on the previous rounds. We did 2 rounds in the previous cast. I'm going to do it by rounds now. We got 3 more rounds. And, yeah, should be good stuff. So, we got Arena, which is my opponent's home map. Again, you play on a map that you pre-select for the whole group stage. And then you play on the opponent's map. I went for Acropolis, which we'll see in Game 2 regardless. The bans would have already shown up on screen. I actually don't have them all memorized. But I know Bengalis was banned. And I expected Bengalis to be banned because the last 2 times I played Arena against Rodrixs, I went Bengalis. Because, I like Random Civ Arabia because there's a lot of adaptations. Random Civ Arena, if, 6 or 7 civilizations get given to one person, it's a Civ win at the high level. So, that's why I try to replicate tournaments and force pick. And I will never force pick Burgundians, or Bohemians, because I think those 2 civs are always going to be picked by my opponent. So, anyways, I try and get practice when I do play Arena. And I played Bengalis, and I went all in monks, spears, fast imp style, because I think it's OP. I think it's super, super OP. And then so he banned the Bengalis, and I was like, okay, please don't ban the Burmese. And he didn't. So we got Burmese. I think the tier list for this particular strat is probably Bengalis, Bohemians, and then Burmese. Because I get the wood upgrades, my eco is pretty smooth on a really tight build. The monk text being cheap is nice. And we know we're going to be behind economically compared to the Burgundians. But it really puts them under some pressure here. So, it's Arena. We got Foxes. And so we've been pushing in Foxes. I actually didn't rewatch this game yet. Oh, I thought when I said how many foxes did you eat, and he said 2. I don't know. I thought he was saying he didn't push in Foxes. I don't know. Not important. I'm getting Loom. The plan is to move out to the middle. I'm on the way up to Castle Age. And again, this is my opponent's home map. The expectation every time you're up against Burmese, Burgundians for that matter, is they go light cav. They have plenty of food from their farms. Already with feudal age eco upgrades. We'll be on Castle Age eco upgrades very easily as well. So basically, the engagements have to go really, really well for me the whole way through. So, what you ideally have is you have relics that spawn kind of close to your push. So you could see these relics here. That's a good position for me to be next to. And it's actually really important. You're going to be behind economically, and there's going to be some engagements happening. It's actually really important that you get those relics as quickly as possible. Here I come. I'm going to take a couple foxes for some gold while I'm out here, which is a nice little, nice balance to this. Now, the real tryhards will remember, as he sees me in the middle and he's looking, the real tryhards will remember Sebastian versus Tato in the LOI Cup qualifier. It was the same Civ matchup, and I referenced Sebastian's build just to look at a couple tiny things. So I wanted to see how many he had of wood, for example. That was the main thing. I think really I should have sold my stone to have a little bit more gold to work with. But he sees me now, and he's going to aim to stop the monasteries. But we have the extra attack from the Burmese spearmen, and he's still only on scout. So he's kind of in a tough situation. So the thing is, for his builds, he's got to go like super food wood investment and food wood spend. So in order to get the most out of his bonuses, he's got to get these techs before he builds any other buildings, and then he has to seed farms to make it feel worth it. But yeah, against an extreme all-in push, you kind of need an extreme response to it. And so he's going to go for the second stable for more light cav. Of course, I don't have any clue. I should probably look at my point of view. And that was really nice work from him. I was going to fall back here and heal this up. Really hurts me now. I can't even really threaten his monks unless I have my own monk upgrades. Really at the limit right now. I'm trying to balance out having the food eco because on the back of all this, Imp is like the killer. So you do have to think about some farms. I want Rams to force the issue. I don't have it yet. I kind of want the relics. And I have to keep really close tabs on his light cav. Honestly, I was going to go 2x speed on a lot of these games, but considering we're just doing one set now, and considering there's actually a lot of stuff happening actively all the time here, compared to normal arena, I will probably not, at least for most of it. Now, what Tata tried to do, and you could tell he's kind of thinking of it, is you try and get your own monks out there to convert some spears. And then you also do get good monk upgrades with the Burgundians, so you could think of going for, where is it? Atonement, right? So these are options for him. For now, he sees 2 relics down here, so he knows his eco is better than mine. If he's keeping 2 relics away from me, that's really nice. And I'm actually just still kind of focused up here a little bit. And I'm assuming he's going to add monks. We have a decent amount of pikes. I still haven't made anything on my siege workshop, but I'm just like not ready yet. I'm about to be, but I'm not really ready to actually force the issue. The thing is, if he has time, he doesn't like panic. He doesn't make any mistakes. So I'm working on getting the relics. I was honestly really focused up here, and I thought that he was going to be around there, but then I saw one of the relics was gone. And so now my pikemen are out, and there's my ram. And now it's all about forcing an engagement and just putting him under some pressure here. He's 1,000 resources collected ahead. The thing is, my monk micro kind of sucks past like 5 monks. So I'll see if I can get the targets going. Nice patience with the pikemen initially. I go for conversions. And I can't actually tell if I got a conversion. So I guess that wasn't ideal, but he did lose a bunch of light cav. I think in his mind, he's probably happy with that because he's trying to stall out the push. And he's still 1 TC, which is good. He's going to make more light cav, and I need to hide inside my ram, and I'm not able to. So this is, you know, that's not what you want. Is you don't want those initial monks to be taken out. And I'm still ready to knock on the door here. Now, he'll add the second TC. He's on 2 monasteries, so he could go for atonement. He's got lots of light cav. He's got a pretty good position here, and I've already sold my stone. My plan is, like, push, fast Imperial Age. Against someone spamming light cav, you can usually get a faster Imperial Age because they're spending so much food. I really want this 4th relic. I have to wait a little bit now, and here he comes again, and my pikemen hop out, and he runs through again. And you can just see, if you sit back at all with this push, guys, it gives the light cav player the potential to go in and dictate the pace of the game. It's like all because I didn't have everything structured how I needed it and wasn't like pushing and having everything together. He's able to do that. So great job from him to use his mobility. I don't know how many monks we've lost now, but we've lost a lot. At least I'm going to go for another relic. But clock is kind of ticking, right? Because we haven't done the damage we want yet. I still kind of, you know, I have to push. There's no way to, there's no real justification for deviating from it now. And now I see his monks. Okay. So this is where it gets important. Because I have atonement. Keep in mind, all my monk techs are cheaper. So I have atonement. I'm also getting devotion. So converting the light cav's nice. But if I have opportunities, I'm converting those monks. This is where it all gets crazy. Now, he's not getting atonement. Interesting, he's getting fervor. I don't know if he misclicked. It is kind of expensive, though. And so this ram offers me a safety for my pikes. And now I'm even getting redemption because I saw Siege Workshop. So I can convert everything that he has now. I just need to protect. He's got these 8 light cap. It's about to go down. He's getting forging as well. Now, I'm out of position. We hop out. Monks are just standing there now. But we do have lots of pikes around. He's focusing down my monks. He's going to kill all my monks. And so, for the third time, he kills all of my monks, which is not good. But things start to get a little bit interesting because he doesn't have a light cav. And I have that monk. It goes down. And, well, I guess we just kind of reset and it's monks versus pikemen now. KD says it's even. I've got to build back up again. And it's just right here. Honestly, I think if he goes ram, which he's doing, and he has atonement, he wins. Obviously, spoilers. If he doesn't have it, he's getting it now. This monk converts another monk. This monk can convert another monk. Like, it's this crazy conversion train, which is absolutely insane. He'll lose his ram. He loses his mangonel. Now the panic starts to set in a little bit. And so I was like, ooh, that was a decent little snowball. Honestly, I wish it would have been ever so slightly better. But we have an opportunity to convert the siege workshop. I really want to keep pushing. I actually, small detail, I had the wrong control group set, and I was mass queuing pikemen, and I didn't realize it. So I'm trying to queue monks. I don't even remember exactly. I'm trying to full queue monks, but I'm just like, for whatever reason, fully producing pikemen. Which isn't bad, but like having 11 pikemen in queue doesn't give me a good understanding of my current resources. So he's 3 TCs, and now looking to push into his base here. And there is going to be a ram on the way from this siege workshop. And I started to send some villagers to stone. They're actually here. But in my mind, it's like castle drop time. We want to get in. We want castle drop. We want imp. He's going to spend all of his res on trying to defend this. That's what makes the push so strong. I probably should have got 5 relics, but... yeah, he'll gain the Vil lead, but I can get imp and, like, ideally treb down everything if I have them forward position. He clears this once, it's over. So this is, like, big fight of the game now. We should... oh, we can't slow it down because they're already normal speed. He does have devotion. He does have atonement. He doesn't have redemption, which isn't that big a deal. And now it's just how fast can we click, and we just go for it. We just send it. I'm doing a better job at targeting some monks. Far from perfect here, but it's at least happening. We have enough monks to lose some of them and still be okay. And we also are able to convert a light cav. So we convert a light cav. The light cav's killing what's left of his monks. We're able to convert some of his monks. And I go for that monk because this monk was running. And now hoping for the kills, and I'm getting the kills. And he just basically loses everything. The crazy thing about this push, like, he did a great job. He's got the better eco. You think it would pay off. But now he's stuck because I'm about to be in his base. Pikemen defend from the light cav, and then my monks can just kind of take out his monks. And the nice thing is I actually have light cav now. So, like, 1 or 2 light cav could really help. I could fall back. I can heal up. So, behind this, of course, the eco management is really important. I'm already bringing more vills because I want a castle on the front here. And I'm on the way to imp. We're ramming down his siege workshop. And I have never looked more at this, like, my army than this moment here. Like, I am full focus here. You lose a fight, you lose the game. Like, this is still so important to get a castle up here. We take down his ram. His siege workshop is down. And now he's going to try a tech switch into some archer range units. Which could work well. Obviously, I could still add siege. Like, in theory, that's really strong. And now we see a castle. Now, from the caster's perspective, this isn't too bad for me, right? Because this is an opportunity to go for the trebs. I lost a lot of my army. I really didn't know. So you can't push into the base anymore. You have to fall back with your units. And I was just like, please, don't have him somehow be on the way to imp. Because I was 1 TC this whole time. And he's not on the way to imp. He's not even close. So he starts to go for some really interesting deviations here. A lot of people just idle their TCs and sit back and try and go imp. But he realizes I'm never going to beat his imp timing. And then I'm up. So he's going to go for skirms. And he's actually massing petards here. This is pretty nuts. I don't know if this is because the sudden death tournament just happened, that this is on his mind. Like, very rarely are you seeing people go petards from this distance. Now, I would have loved for a gold to be here. It really sucks when you go forward castle and there's nothing to mine. So, I honestly probably would have just placed 2 castles over here. I'm not really even concerned about, like, seeing the other side. It's not a bad situation by any means, but I need my villagers close enough to repair always, and I need my villagers mining something. So, yeah, we fall back. We're in Imp. I see Cavalier now, which tells me that he's going to stay in this age for a minute. And, man, the pikemen have just been so good here. His engagements have been so nice. We, of course, had our army over here because I didn't want this castle denied. And castle is not denied. And now it's just protect this area, convert with monks, and do the job with trebs. And we definitely saw some suspicious activity, let's say. I was just thinking Cavalier, though. I did not think there was going to be much more than this. And so we need to focus down this castle. He's got 5 Batards. He's got Cavalier. He's got Light Cav. I've got my pikemen waiting in the castle, and then I'm able to hop out and just... chef's kiss. Just perfect. Perfect example of not needing to do a lot. I didn't even need my units to be out of the castle. Just kind of sat in the castle. We're letting the castles do the work. Palisade gate in a house to protect the front. Just to affect pathing. Give him something else to attack. But I didn't expect skirms, and I didn't expect petards. So... you know, I thought rams because we had the siege workshop on screen, but now I'm kind of like, this is very far from what I expected. So a little bit of a panic moment here. The gate goes down. I still have all my units in the castle, and I do notice the petards. I'm trying to focus on if they actually hit. I mean, 1 or 2 of them might have hit the castle. Either way, we've got a wall of pikemen that now have insane attack on them for free. And the castle fire is still there. And down 30 villagers, we win the game. And win on his home map, which is really nice. So I spoke to some people about this, or I just spoke to one person. I think I can tell you, Dragonstar, who's a 2K5, 2K6 player, more experienced than me in tournaments. And Dragonstar said that he made the classic mistake of adding eco after he took the map control. Like, after he took a semi-decent fight, he added eco. And I think that's correct. Like, I think... this actually was far from optimal. The engagements weren't what I needed at the start. But I think this TC, I mean, it didn't really help, right? He's still hard locked onto Light Cav and monks. So I think what maybe could have been interesting is what if he switches to ranged units or something here? What if he goes double archer range, plays into skirmishers now? Like skirms or crossbow with the Light Cav with the monks. Sure, the Vil count's tricky, and sure, he's not booming, but I don't know. Then the devil's advocate play there is like, then you're Burgundians and you're not booming. That's weird. I think the strat's OP. I suck with monks. The consistent wave of monks with some spears, with the potential of siege push is really, really strong. And I think it's particularly strong against the Burgundians. There are some civs that can do a better job at dealing with it, but Burgundians are almost always Light Cav with no bloodlines and eco. And so, yeah, we got the win. So at this point, we're 5-0. Looking good in the group stage. We got to move into our home map now, which is a more open map, to try and get a victory there as well. Actually, real quick, I'll just show you the resources collected and some of the stats here, because I think it's pretty important. 10-5 on the conversions, 65-40 on the kills. Economically, he had more food and wood, but we had more gold, we had more stone. And obviously, the Vils at this stage all die. All of his advantage dies because we have the trebs to treb him down. So fast imp, super, super sneaky. You can also see the value destroyed, right? Value destroyed bottom left. I have like 5k more value destroyed. So if you take really good engagements, you can beat 5k more res collected, and that's essentially what ended up happening here. All right, so game number 2. I mean, this is my home map. Really comfortable spot for me compared to Arena, and I get the Chinese. Now, he could have also gone for the Chinese. He opted for the Persians. I think these two civs are really, really close. I think if the Chinese have a perfect start, I think Chinese are a step up. But that means the idle TC has to be nothing above 20 seconds. I'm currently at 18. And I need to play somewhat safe in the early feudal age. Persians produce villagers faster, so they're probably going to catch up to Chinese at a certain point. Super good for the map because of the extra is the ability to spam cav. So, big thing on Acropolis is all the resources are down below your hill. This version of Acropolis, though, which is just the base DE version of Acropolis, I have gone for lumber camps at the top a lot because sometimes you get lucky. Like, here doesn't feel great for him, for example. But this, I mean, that's 10 more trees than the chunk I just selected. That's definitely worth it for the safety. The problem for me is I was in a really awkward spot here, guys. I didn't end up lumber camping this because the positioning of the wood's kind of awkward. I'm also trying to push in all my deer. So I kind of move out here. I don't even know what my wood lines look like. So it actually could have been really bad. Luckily, there's enough trees on this side. It's not horrible. But we opt for this. And we're just being as greedy as possible. The plan is to open scouts. Now, Rodrixs is... I played him a lot on Arabia. I've also played him a lot on Arena. He's like 2,300. If he's not young, he's at least new. The last like 2 years, I've seen him around 2,300. So he lacks a little bit like more tourney experience than me. So if this was a full-on best of with a full draft, I think he'd give me better odds. But these are standard maps and standard settings. And this is very similar to Arabia. So my point is he's not a clown. In fact, he's probably faster than me if you check the APM. Okay, looks like we're close, but he's ever so slightly faster. So he's got skills for maps like this. Interesting build from him. He goes for the lumber camp here and the lumber camp here. And I'm moving out with my scout. And we've just got the one lumber camp. You can see the resources collected is ahead for us, being Chinese. And we got what we wanted there. We see a barracks. We know he's not going for man-at-arms. I'm feeling good right now. I'm 5-0 in group stage. I want to get as many wins as possible before I have to play Prisma, because Prisma is like 2,700, and he's definitely the favorite in the group. So we pretty much confirm he's going to be going scouts because we didn't see anything on gold. And, you know, we see an opportunity here. I say, why not? And we get the villager snipes. A little risky, perhaps, but he was only building with one vill. So now I'm feeling super good. And so still looking around. See, he's going scouts now, just confirming that. And at home, going for some small walls. There's a lot of walling to do for long term. And even getting town watch early because I don't want to be surprised by anything. I feel like we've got like a guaranteed 2 villager lead. Let's just play it safe. Let's get our farms down. And let's transition from there. Now, Dragonstar has been talking to me a lot. I mentioned it at the start of Game 1. And for Arabia, Dragonstar is a really big fan of that early range right now. And so I don't know if Dragonstar is ever going to see this, but this is the reason behind it, because we've been having discussions. And so obviously we're going to play into spears and whatnot. I just feel like Scout Archer is really scalable. What this does mean is you're delaying the farms. So I've got 5 farms now. He's got 9 farms. So there is a downside to it. We've defended ourselves pretty nicely, and we're going to move forward with our scouts now. And we have 2 spearmen out. Gold's going to be protected with a wall. I don't really know where he is at the moment. I had no clue he had a wood line down here. Honestly, really smart. It's paid off big time. And it's not even in harm's way, right? Like, that side area is really comfortable for him. So, I feel like we are in a good position to push forward. We have the lead. I see he's going for scouts. And so my feeling now is we go forward with 2 archers, 2 spears. We don't need upgrades or anything. We just need the scouts that we have. Two archers, 2 spears allows me to basically push back all of his spears. And his scouts have to think twice about it as well. So that's the thinking. Again, you don't have the food count from him, but we're going to be farming nonstop. We'll let it on the front, still pretty safe. He feels like he's behind. Like maybe I'm playing greedy, and this is where things get really interesting. He starts to come forward now. Runs directly into my scouts. It's an awkward one. I can't stay here for very long, but we get a free villager kill. And now instantly in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's desperate. He's going all in. We just need to play it safe. I'm like, what is he going all in with? He's going all in with the scouts. So he just builds a couple of these to get the villagers out of the way. So we're knocking on the door here, applying some pressure. I'm never getting home with my spears and archers. That's important to remember. If he's going to engage, he's going to be able to do so before I reinforce. And he's still moving forward here. I just figured his Vils were going to go home, and I felt like I was in a really nice spot with a lot of control right now. And so we take the fight as he's towering my wood line. Really tough micro here. I'm trying to click my archers onto the spears. Obviously, I lose my spears, and so, like, that's a really nice fight for him, actually. He doesn't lose too much, and now the tower's on the way up. I did not see this. I did not see this tower. This is where things start to get a little bit awkward for us, because that's my only wood line. So, I thought, from his perspective, he was going to prep just for archers at this point, and this is... I sense desperation on his part, so I was going to lean really hard into scout production. So, I've got fletching coming in for my archers. I still have a couple spears around at home, and I'm getting bloodlines, have bloodlines actually, and I want to come back and I want to clear this. I have no wood income right now. I'm going to place the lumber camp on the back, and my plan is to try and like defend at home and then go take down that tower real quick, catch his villagers off guard. Nice quick walling from him, but this gives us an opportunity to do what I probably should have done had I seen it in the first place. And I'm able to drop a tower and garrison 5 Vils there, and then I can start to shoot that back. So army count, we're ahead. Vil count's very even, but we're still, I'd say we're ahead. Very close game. He kills the villager there. And my scouts move forward into some spears, which is not what I wanted. But I'm feeling like I'm in a good spot because I've got bloodlines. I've got armor on the way. I just kind of felt like I was still one tiny step ahead. The wood situation is... It's not fun, though. Because when that happens, the berries ran out and I need more wood for farms. There's just... He really took initiative back with that tower. Had I just seen that, I could have built the tower faster. And things would have probably been okay. But here I take the fight, thinking I have armor and I have bloodlines and that I can't lose the fight. But he gets 2 kills because he has bloodlines. And he also had armor. So, a little bit of overconfidence from my part. Just like misreading the game. Like, he's really sending pressure my way. We're trying to do some cheeky things here. Archers inside the tower for less idle time. Repair villager. And still trying to balance that eco. Still hoping for good engagements. I don't have forging. And here we're going to fight. Here at the same time, I think I lost the villager there. I'm not too sure. And that was a fight that wasn't going perfectly well for me, but is good enough just to swat this away for now. I've got more scouts in queue out of my stable. And still needing to reposition my wood lines. He's built another tower behind. These towers are going to get shot down eventually. So that's good. And I have archers in there, which isn't bad. And well played from him. This is kind of what viewers want from Acropolis games, man. We're not just heading to Castle Age. It's very open. It's not full walls. So he's just some units coming to the top side. We've got a lot to manage right now. We have to quick wall this. I'm patrolling my army up there. I didn't sense the spearmen, or I'm not really sure. It has been like a week or so, but his spearmen got some nice value, and now he's in on my wood line as well. He's also underneath my TC, and I have the garrison. And so, like, way too much is happening right now, and we are like, everything's razor thin margins. Like, we need to clear this up right now, or at least not take any more damage. I still don't have forging, and now I'm like looking at my res. I'm like, all right, we got to idle for Castle Age. He might be up soon. I know he produced a lot of scouts, but still. And based on how this is going, I'm losing in the scout war, but I have some spears, and I'm going to try and play crossbow. And like long term, I can always shift these villagers onto more, like onto wood if I need more wood for that. So, you know, things quieted down. Things quieted down. I thought maybe I could wall up before he shows up. He shows up with a lot more army than I'm ready for. I don't have the stone for a potential tower. And he is in an opportunity, with an opportunity to attack here. And my army is out of position. Like, my scouts are not here. So I basically have to fight off with the archers I have, the leftover army, and Vils. Initially, We did okay, but the losses are pretty high, and my scouts just go underneath the TC. I couldn't hit the wood line because he re-walled that. So we're taking losses here. We have lots of idle time. The 11-2 eco KD. He's still pumping out some army here. And also, look at him balance his eco with the market here. Sells 400 stone, 500 wood. But the point is he's on the way to Castle Age. And yeah, this did some real damage. Snowballed out of hand really quick. I do wonder... I mean, I just misjudged the situation. I wonder how this situation goes if I leave these scouts at home. Like, if these scouts are there as a meat shield, I think I don't lose what I just lost there or have the idle time. And then I can chill. I can wait for Castle Age. I have... Who knows? Like, if the fight's better, then he doesn't YOLO to Castle Age as quickly. Maybe from there, we're not in such a tough position. But we're in a tough position now. And we need to counterattack. We can't defend anymore. Our advantage is going to be Castle Age. And so, you know, I say that. I really don't have a very big army, which is part of the problem here. But I'm going to try and just... I'm distracting him back here. And I'm going to try and wall up this, like, really awkward hill. And, I mean, I have to, right? I have to wall up because he is just going to raid me to death with Persian Knights. 13,500 res collected for him. 12k res collected for me. The value of the fights is pretty similar. And so, yeah, here we go. Still have some army inside the tower. So I'm actually counterattacking with 5 units. But it's like, you fall into a situation where you're stuck, right? Like, I can't spend the resources I had on army fast enough to wait. And I can't wait. So I fall into a position where I need the second TC in a really bad spot. And so we'll speed up a little bit more here. Basically, these crossbows have to find value. And if I knew about this, if I found this, this would be sick. But I never knew about it, man. I never thought he would be there. And so I move forward with the crossbowman, trying to be as sneaky as possible, moving it over towards the wood line. But he does see this. And Persian bonus against archers, man. Persians are insane. He clears me up. I only kill a Vil. And here he's kind of knocking on the door. So now I feel like mobility is lacking for me. And so my plan is to try and go cav archers, which I think is probably a pretty good call. He's underneath the wood line here. I actually try a quick wall trap situation, but I couldn't get the timing right. And so he kills the crossbows. He kills the tower. Did have some cav archers here. Find him. He's like kind of in TC drop land, man. I think that was a TC there. So we're getting some kills. But it's not feeling good. And there was a part of me, I'll be honest. Like, I underestimated my opponent a little bit. After game one, I felt really confident. And I was just like, man. Like, he just keeps coming. And I mean, I played him a million times. I probably shouldn't be surprised. But he was like really, really flying. You just kind of think, like, if you feel as though you're the favorite, you just feel like, oh, I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine. You know, when anything bad happens. It's a pretty good mindset to have, I think, because you have a lot of confidence instead of, like, thinking anything you try is not going to work. But, it has not worked yet. We're just stabilizing, though. We'll get a TC on a wood line, which I've really needed because my worker efficiency has been crap. He's making knights, and I've got monks waiting. And I'm going to lean super heavy into the CA here. My plan is to go like 3 and 4 range at a certain point. From his perspective, he doesn't really know exactly where I'm going to be. He also can't really do any damage right now. He is going to find that monk. But he's actually switching into cav archers as well behind this, which is an interesting call. I mean, Persian cav archers in Castle Age get Parthian. And he's going to go for Parthian tactics now. Damn. Damn, that's crazy. Again, I didn't even know. I obviously know how the game plays out, but I didn't actually know that he had that tech right now. Crazy eco upgrades from him as well. He's got bow saw. He's got heavy plow. He's got handcart. So I'm just really hoping for conversions. Still don't have a big enough army to move out yet. And if I try and move out, he will see me. Which is It seems like it's kind of part of his plan with some of these units around as well. Devotion from him. Ballistics from him. The only thing now is how many archer ranges. It's only 2. And we're up to 15 cav archers. He's only at 6 now. And I'm about to drop more archer ranges. And so here we go. The fight's just hitting a point where it could be good for us. We've got good blacksmith upgrades. And I was kind of expecting him to hear the monks and back off. He did not want to do that. Kills a couple vills building the archer range as things are kind of cramped for space. And he just takes a really good fight here. When you have the map control and you have the eco lead, this is what you want. Arguments, he shouldn't sit underneath my TC right now. But, I mean, my eco's in ruins. I've got 15 idols and then 10, hopping in and out of the TC. He's killing off all my cav archers. And his eco's completely untouched behind this. So, this is... I think going into this, I was maybe behind by like 5 to 10 vills. We're down 25 villagers now. And now I knew he had Parthian tactics because his cav archers were not dying. Adds a lot of extra pierce armor. But I expected that fight to go a little bit better for me, and it did not. So, something to learn from as we lose this. I felt like the game was close. It's amazing how quick games can turn around on you. I think I have this something I've got to figure out when I play games. The second I'm always trying to gain control with how the momentum of the game is going. So if he's been the one attacking me all the time, I'm always trying to find the first possible moment to counterattack. And what happened in this game when I still could have stabilized was I tried to counterattack. I found no damage, and then he obliterated me because of that. In actuality, what I could have done there is I could have waited maybe until I had these walls. I would have had those scouts at home. I would have kept my archer numbers alive. And then early Castle Age, I could have actually posed a bigger threat with Crossbowman. But honestly, I think you got to go further back. And I think you have to credit him for some really good engagements with the scouts. The tower was really good and made me work hard. And I just kind of felt like I was locked in my base. So, yeah, I think the big thing for me, the thing that I don't think brought me a lot of benefit is actually the early archers. Foot archers on this map, there's quite a distance between you. I think it's really difficult to find value unless you're like Leary or something and you have insane archer micro. This is a map where typically you might want to stay a bit heavier onto scouts. And if anything, go cav archers as the initial plan. So, yeah, well played to him. After 3 rounds, we now have 5 wins out of 6. We have Prisma to play. My goal there is that we just don't get swept. Like, I think if I can get 1 win, I'd be very happy against Prisma because other people might not get that. And then I'm up against Angel, who is a Colombian player I don't know a ton about, but he's like 2,100, 2,200. So he's like one of the lower elos in the group. So the goal for us is to get to the playoff bracket. I should be able to show this to you. Let me show you real quick. Sorry, guys. So to end this, because I can't show the stats because Liquipedia updated already for another set. My goal is to get 1 win against Prisma. I think if I get 1 win against Prisma and maybe even 1 win against Angel, I think I move into the playoff format where we could play versus some other players in other groups. So that's kind of the goal right now for us. Overall, I'm really happy with it. This was just really well played from Rodrixs. I think he will want some moments back from game 1. That was probably winnable for him if he made some slightly different decisions. The same for me. So I think it was just a really close series. So that's it. That's 2 games. Thank you guys again for watching. Thanks for the support. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment if you're enjoying these reviews. Also, you can let me know, are you cool with the 2x speed for the whole game? Do you prefer I do it as I did this game, or sometimes it's normal, sometimes it's 2x speed? Because this is different type of content. I don't necessarily expect you guys to sit here for an hour 15 if I'm just reviewing games. Maybe that's your thing, but yeah, let me know. Look for your feedback. Next upload, by the way, hopefully in like 3 to 4 days. I'm spacing them every couple days on the Extras channel. So my next series will be against Prisma, actually. You'll see that soon. And then the final series, you'll get a review for as well. So thank you, everybody, again. And I'll see you soon.